Go.
Welcome along everybody to some pre-season testing, and thank God we're not in Bahrain for the fourth time this week. We are in Britannia, United Kingdom, and we have the co-league owner with me alongside of the commentary box, as will be for the next 11 weeks, and that's Mr. Hedgehog.
What was that accent you did then?
I don't know.
Bit of a strange one. Yeah, thank you for joining us. If you're just joining the stream now, either mine or the more popular contest is B1. James, I don't think expected that. And
Okay.
Retires.
I was just inviting Jason,
into
and I see a Red Bull.
I don't think he expected to turn, neither did I. And we have a retirement from a very, very good driver. Thank God Britton Short is not on the calendar. That's all I'm going to say. So we're here tonight, it's pre-season. Obviously the season does start in 7 nights' time for both Tier 1 and Tier 2, with some full qualifying in Belgium, and then obviously the week tomorrow it's the 100% races we'll get going in both tiers, and the season is basically off. 11 races starting from the next week, and it's an opportunity for the drivers just to get on the track with people who may be against this season. We've got a couple of mostly Tier 1 and a couple of Tier 2s, people like Harry Pope, a Tier 2, so just an opportunity over the next 2 nights just to get more practice in and just get a feel for who you come up against. And not in Silverstone, because this will not be the Silverstone store. Oh my God, I can't even speak tonight. Silverstone Short will not be on the calendar, thank God. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks for that. Just inviting a few people. We have 11 people on the grid. We have, I believe, 3 or 4 more coming, hopefully before the quali ends. It's not a long lap here, as you can see, on the left hand side, so people should be able to get a few laps in. We've got a 43.9, we're broken into the 43s, we're broken into the 44s for everyone else apart from Hobbsy, who's a 45.9. Jake's teammate, which we'll go through in a short while, has joined the lobby, so hopefully he can pick a car. It won't be the racing point because Hobbsy's taken that, because I didn't think JSAT would be joining, but he is here. And we've got a fun night tonight. Very fun night indeed. We've got a 25% race, which should literally take about 10 minutes max, and then we have a full reverse grid. So let's say there's 15, they'll be first, and someone has just crashed into someone. A Mercedes has just crashed into a Renault, and I think it was involving Harry Pope and Steve AMGF1.
Oh,
they're both alive.
Yeah.
But both also detrimental damage.
Right, Louis, let's get on. We've mentioned tonight that we'd obviously I'm not available tomorrow for the other pre-season events. We said tonight we'd cover both Tier 1 and Tier 2. So we've got 40 drivers this season, and we said we'd cover our predictions as commentators and as league owners. We said we'd have a look at the track list in full, discuss obviously the weather, etc. There were a couple of twists with weather that me and you have already discussed and already sorted out, and we also said that we'd give our thoughts and our predictions for both tiers in terms of drivers champion, constructors champion, and maybe someone who could be a bit of a surprise package as well. So, should we start with Tier 2? I think that's probably right.
Yeah, go for it, mate. Just have to crack on because we've not got long.
We'll crack on. I'll get into it pretty quick. So I'll run through very quickly the the teams in Tier 2. So you got Max and Franco Pompi in the Mercedes, you got Greg's Game Centre and Hobbsy in the Red Bull, Racing Point of J Wills and Alpha who do race together in another branch. Clausen?
Yeah, Clausen.
Clausen in the Alpha alongside Jacko. Haas Ryan Mills and Lewis Wyatt, and the Williams is Newble and Thorny Chim. It's actually 20 drivers. Who out of there springs to mind straight away, Liam, as a possible drivers' champion?
Drivers' champion, I'd say there'll be a few. I think Jack Prentice and Hobbsy will be my go-to two.
Yeah.
Go-to top two. But I think there's some people that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I know Max can be okay. I've seen him in PSF1. I know a couple of our mates are definitely up for it. And Ragge is up for a spin coming out of a chapel corner. And Matt Alpha Male is into the wall, and that might be some damage for him. But yeah, a couple of people from our side. I'd like to see Jacko and Jay Wills and give it a good go and see if we can see any surprises from people we want to expect, which is what it's about.
I completely agree. I mean, I know a lot of these drivers from the league that I did, quite a lot. I'd say a good probably 75 to 80% of, probably even more maybe, of raced with me before, and I've commentated, you commentated over them, I've commentated over them. And I think it's actually a really exciting tier. I think there's a few that I don't really know about. I'm not massively familiar with Jack Prentice. I know you've done commentary with Jack before, and you've told me he's quite quick. Manello, again, I'm not really massively familiar with Manello. Same with Max. Same with Clausen, etc. Same with Newble. So I know the most of them. I know the majority of them, but there's a few I don't know. My prediction for drivers' champion. I'm going to go Hobbsy. I think if Hobbsy can be consistent, and we've seen it in the past when Hobbsy races really well, there's also times when he can. I don't want to use the word bottle, but bottle it. And especially in a 100% race, I think it's down to concentration. There's a lot of penalties that are probably going to get given as well. So if you can keep concentrated, not get pens, there's Tom Robbo has a proper bad spin on the straight, and he's facing the wrong way. I'm going to predict Hobbsy. I know that you mentioned Jack and you mentioned Max, but I'm not massively familiar with Max or Jack, so I don't really want to predict them. But I also think there's a few little underdogs in there. I think you've got someone like Jacko. Jacko can definitely perform and get points. You've got Ryan Mills. We know that Mills, when he wants to, see it in other leagues, when he wants to perform, when his head's on the game, and it's not always on the game, but when he's on the game, he can definitely score points. And Alfie as well. I think we've seen Alfie in my league before be quite quick and be up there for podiums. So I think it's going to be close. But I'm gonna predict Hobbsy to win the Drivers' Championship in Tier 2.
Good stuff. 43.928. Stinson, actually that's just been
37
cross-verified with a 7.65. Steve's gone P2 in the Mercedes, 0.004 of a second quicker than Carter. Jay Wizzy has now put the medium tyre on. I'm not sure if that tyre's been set of a medium, but I'm just thinking about the lap. Let's go above the Haas driver really quickly. Let's go with Carter. So turn 1 flat, turn 2 flat, turn 3, so that's one heavy braking zone. Pretty sure it's flat across the curb. 2 zones, Stowe, and then the chicane. So I can imagine it's going to be quite close at the end, Kez.
Yes. I'm not massively familiar with Silverstone short, mate, so I can't really say too much about it. It looks pretty mental. And it kind of reminds me of Bahrain short in many ways, and people trying to get out each other's way for laps, etc. It seems pretty chaotic, and even the best drivers here are having a bit of difficulties. I've seen a lot of invalidated laps, a couple of spins. Mental, yeah, I think is the word for Silverstone short.
It was only 13. We were meant to have 16. There is a couple more meant to join. There's 14. I think there's 2 more. Maybe. It's a full reverse grid after the race as well. So let's say, for example, Stinson. I know he won't because he's super quick, but if Stinson was last, then he'd start first.
Just got a message on Discord from Cam in Tier 2 who says, Hedge, why are you not talking about me as a surprise on stream? Cam, you're a surprise in your own way, mate. I'd love you to do well. Cam podium first race, we'll see. But let's quickly move on. We're running out of time here, so let's move on to Tier 1, where the... I mean, Limmy, you know a lot more of these boys than I do. I know a few of them, of course. You like some Chris Panda and Jake, etc. And a few. I know Carter. But you know practically all of them. And obviously you'd have a much more better idea than me as to who you think you're going to win. Now, I know we did the pace test in Barcelona, Spain last week, and it was unbelievable. Really, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it, because I don't think we've laughed so much in our life. But within all that, there was a couple of drivers that caught my eye, really. Just going to get the list up now, Limmy. I mean, very quickly, who was your pick for Drivers' Champion? If you had to pick one out of a pretty tough list, who would you go for?
It'll be incredibly close. If Samad is there every week, I believe he will win. Mm-hmm. I believe also, as we've seen, contenders. If Samad can't make every race, Tom Robbo has looked mightily quick. So is Jay Wizzy in the Mercedes. There's a couple other people who are showing signs of good pace. Carter, Ragge.
Luke.
Many of us. I believe the top 10 will be a huge fight, and I don't think Belgium is going to quite show everything that this tier is going to have to offer. It's going to show a lot, but I don't think it's going to show everything. I think we're going to have to wait to the Japan or the Austria to really have a better idea of what's going to happen, because all it takes is one slip in an hour 20 minutes and
I think that's it. We're not used to 100% race commentaries, and I know a lot of these drivers are not. It's very rare you see a league. There's a lot of F1 leagues, of course, but it's very rare you see leagues that do 100%. It's normally 50. So it's going to be interesting for us as commentators. But it's going to be interesting for the drivers, because it's obviously completely different strategies. It's long races. Safety cars comes out. If rain comes out, you could be sat here for up to a couple of hours easily. So it's concentration as well, and I suppose the positive is if something happens early on that goes against you, don't let your head go down, because you've got plenty of time to get back into the race. We're talking about full race weekends here, full qualifying on the Friday, 100% races on the Saturday. We're not talking about short qualies anymore and 50% races. So you've got a full weekend, and I think, how satisfied would you be as a driver to get a good result after a full... I don't listen. In any F1 league, you're going to be happy if you get a good result. Of course you are, but in a league like this, where you've got full quality on a Friday, 20 drivers, and then obviously the race on Saturday, 100%. If you can get a good result, a race win or a podium, how good's it going to feel? Because you've worked for it. And I don't mean that in disrespectfully to leagues that do 50%, because we've done it in the past ourselves, but I mean, you're working hard for it. Of course you are, exactly. And it's the concentration. You could do, and also, 99% of the race and then throw it away.
Don't forget, you've also done Friday as well, which is 45 minutes.
Exactly.
If you make it to the final session. Of course, it's not the end of the world if you finish in Q2 and go off early and take a break and come back on the mediums, or depending what the weather is, or whatever, really. It could be anything. It could be some surprises, as there always is. The team, what I'm most looking forward to is the teams, because I knew in about an hour and a half it took us.
It took us a long time.
To physically try and make, of course, everyone match their European or American cars and match that, and then we tried as best we can to put it as fair as possible. I believe every single team has a chance. I believe every single team will have a great amount of points at the end of the season, and there are 4 or 5 teams actually that I feel that will be fighting at the top for the endurance constructors, but then also carrying those points over to the overall constructors, which represents 9 tiers this season, not 7, 9.
Well, it's big. Massive branches, isn't it?
8. Sorry, 8.
This is a small branch on a big tree. Exactly. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I think for us, obviously, we prepared for a long time to do this. There's been things that we've not liked, things that we've liked, discussions. I mean, that discussion we had the other day for the teams, as Kuan's Carter was spinning onto the gravel. The discussion we had for teams was lengthy. I thought it'd take about 20 minutes. We were there for well over an hour.
Endurance 1 was the hardest.
Yeah, of course it was, yeah. And it was a case of picking teams, not liking things, changing things, etc. I mean, I'm really happy now on what we've done. I think it's good. I think it's fair as it can be, and we'll see how it pans out. It's a learning curve for us as well, of course it is. We'll learn.
It's a learning curve.
We'll find out what happens.
Any admin that does any tier, for drivers
Very
because
hard.
Dan never gets it fully right. Let me tell you. Sorry, Dan. And he doesn't, and no one does. No one gets it perfect. No one can create a fully even constructors. When the season starts, the drivers have got 11 weeks to do what they can. We can't do it for them. We commentate. We see the we see the entertainment. We tell a story, and that's it. It's up to the drivers from that point. Early doors, of course, people will want to put a foot down and say, okay, well, I'm here. I'm here to win, and I'm here to do the best for my constructors. But at the end of the day, Cos has created a great community with the constructors, and people really do care about it. Especially the likes of Jack Prentice in ED2. He really cares for McLaren, and he will want to try and get a podium in every single race, because I know he can.
That's it. That's the excitement for it. We've got a real mix, and I know more drivers in Tier 2 than Tier 1. Of course I do, but I'll learn, and I'm looking forward to, obviously, me and you are covering Tier 1 in terms of the commentary. We've got other commentators for Tier 2, but I know we'll be keeping close eyes on them both.
I'll have it on my phone as we're doing it, just in case.
Like Sky Sports, like Soccer Saturday, you got them both on.
Yeah. I'm not passing it
last
to
10
Ted
seconds
Kravitz,
of quality, very, very quickly going to run through the track. There's going to be a few people.
We'll do that in the formation lap if you want.
We'll do it on the
just because
formation
we're
lap.
running quite late.
That's good, mate. It's fine by me. All good.
So apparently the checker flag is out. I believe it's about 30 seconds after it that it actually does go out. Stinson is ahead.
Seconds,
Leader gap is on screen. Good to see the top 9 separated by only 0.6 of a second. James joined late, so he could only put one run in. That's P10. Harry Pope has done 10 laps on both soft tyres. Luckily he's outside of the top 10, so he doesn't have to use them, because he would have been in trouble if he was in the top 10. Harry Pope, an ED2 driver, just help him with some numbers. Vapor King has joined late. Is he able to put a lap in? It's only P12. Tom Robbo has not put a lap in either. He's coming down the Chapel Straight, down to Stowe. And there's a couple of other people crossing the line, Kez. I believe one of them is Harry Pope, but he's not going to improve. I believe the next one is a Haas, who is Kitten Petter, who can't improve. It's only half a tenth past Jay Wizzy. Next car, Tom Robbo. Here he is, one of the quick dogs. Can he improve on P15? Oh, it's a P2 in the short quali in Britain shorts for a change.
And that is his done, mate, because Jay Wiz is invalidated his time, so it's Stinson on pole with a... Sounds so strange, a 43.6. That sounds really bizarre.
It does, doesn't it?
He's saying 1 minute 43s, or maybe not 1 minute 43s, but you understand. Belgium, to be fair, that'll be a lot longer than 43 seconds, the longest circuit in F1 next weekend.
About 1 minute and 43, actually.
I was literally going to say that. It's not far off, over a minute longer.
Per lap. Oof.
To be fair, we've got 16 drivers.
The thing is about Belgium. No, the thing is about Belgium though is 80%, well 78% of it is full power. If you think about, you take La Source, it's 28 seconds flat up the hill down to Le
It's a great shot.
From Stavlot turn 15 to the bus stop chicane, it's literally flat for about 20 seconds. So,
can you imagine someone doing 99% of the race and then bottling it right at the end? How much will that hurt?
Well, I'm gonna have to check with Wiz. I believe there is a rule in real life.
Ooh.
Like Norris. Remember in Norris in 2019, where he had an engine failure on the last lap? I'm not sure if he's still got a percentage of points for that. I'd have to
like
check.
A certain, if you retire at a certain time,
because he retired
like...
at the start of lap 44 and couldn't finish the lap. But he's done 44 laps.
Could you imagine on Britain Short tonight up with anything like the race in Spain last week?
Oh no, I don't think Jake's going to stall on the grid. I know he's in the party behind the scenes as well. He's probably giggling.
He caused a 16-car pilot, but I tell you what, it was content. It was content.
Oh, it was content. It was content.
Oh, I never laughed so much in my life at F1. And then the last
corner race,
Carter goes off. God, he's scenes himself. Lap 1 and lap 17 in Catalonia last week was unbelievable. But like you say, it was mixed, wasn't it? It was mixed between Tier 1 and Tier 2, so we shouldn't see anything like that again. We have got dive bomb Jay Wills and Harry Pope at lobby though, so anything can happen. Let's see what happens on Britain Shot. I've never commentated Britain. I don't know if you have, Lim. I've never commentated Britain Shot before.
I don't know. It's easy.
Not really sure what to expect. How many laps is it? 25%
I
race.
believe it'll be 13.
What?
So
really?
it'll be done in about 10 minutes. Yeah. And then we flip the grid.
You're going to say it won't take as long, will it?
We have the formation lap will count for a fifth of the race probably. or even attempt. Sorry.
Speaking of J Wills very quickly, I need to mention this because his teammate is Alfie, and I think Alfie and J Wills will be superb, and that's my prediction for Constructor Standings Champions in the.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
It is a short formation lap, so I don't know if you got a calendar on you. We could do a race each.
Yep, do that, mate. No problem at all.
So just confirm, full quali 9:30 on a Friday, 100% race on 9:30 on a Saturday. First race is matching the European and American tiers. We'll be in Spa-Francorchamps, and it's going to be amazing.
I feel like Anton Deck on I'm a celeb when they read through the people. Like to save somebody. You know what I mean? An L1. I feel like we're going to do that. It feels really weird.
The formation, we're halfway through.
It is second track is Suzuka.
It is.
Japan.
Can't wait for that. Figure of 8. Then we've got Austria.
Love Austria. Street race Singapore after that.
Timeout. Then we got Brazil.
Hungary after that, which that deadly curve. I can't wait to see Jake Lawler bottle it on that. Love you, Jake.
Then we skip technically Belgium in real life and head to Monza.
Then it's the one run down in Mexico.
It is. And then we come home to the UK in Silverstone.
Not short, full Silverstone.
Full, yeah.
Then it's Zandvoort.
Can't wait. One of my favourites.
I think we know where we're going to end. I think we know where we're ending.
One of our most controversially entertaining tracks ever. And I believe the formation lap is already done. We're on board with Hilly at the back in the McLaren. So it's 13 laps. It's about 46 seconds a lap. It's not very long. Let's see if they can break the 10-minute mark. Safety car's on. So let's see if we get one. It's pretty short. It's a pre-season event with ED1. Let's see what happens. Lights out and away we go. Stinkton gets away well. So does Tom Robbo. So does Steve. And Jay Lawler has his teammate right alongside him. But he's made moves. And Jay Lawler into third with Kitten Petter and Steve fourth and fifth. As we head flat out, someone's gone off at the back as we head into Village. Stinkton, Tom Robbo led by Jay Lawler.
Oh, wow. Big crash. Jay Wizzy went off me. He down 11 position. Said it was Jay Wills. And I want to say James. James has retired himself. I think that was involved. I think that may have been involving Jay Wills. It also might involve Harry Pope. Harry Pope down 4, Jay Wizzy down 9, and TRT James has retired. So a pretty eventful opening lap.
Lage is up 5 as we head into the Vale chicane for the first time. It's only taken 40 seconds.
We've got pit stops, Lemmy. Jammy James and Kulan Skat are both pitting. A yellow flag here. Is that for the retired car? I think it may be.
For pit stop is that long.
On down now, and Vapors King closing the gap on Raggy. It's a pretty eventful first lap. We've got 4 in the pits and a retirement. And is it a VSC?
No, I don't think so. It's just a continuous yellow flag.
And I think it's James's AI car that's been retired.
It has on Stoke Corner, and James is going to be starting first in Monza because of the fully reversed grid. So he's going to have to wait, but not long.
Tactical.
Yeah, tactical. So, no safety car on lap 1. Look at the people coming out the pits now. They're just coming out now, and Stinson is coming round club. But look at the car centipede we have. Tom Robbo, Jay Lawler top 3. Steve Kitten, Petter Wizard, Burnett 3. Hobbsy's stayed the same on the grid. Rage is up 7 places. What a start. And DRS is on.
Tom Robbo's up 9/10, and he's nearly lapping Jay Wills on lap 2, lap 3. Lap 2, is it? This is the third lap, isn't it? This is the third lap, yeah. I didn't know if it was glitchy or not. And Jay Wills is about to get lapped. Probably the earliest lap you'll ever see in your life. But he's a second clear of Tom Robbo. He's a second clear of Jay Lawler. Jay Lawler at 1, by the way, ahead of Steve in the Mercedes. And Kit and Petter Aslimi second, brings his top 5. Wizard up 2. Good start for... Is it I don't want to say his name wrong. Raggy? Rage?
Rage, and I think a Red Bull is off. Flag. And that's Jammy James. And he was a backmarker, so he's starting second in Monza. Stinson has taken a pit stop already on lap 3 of 13 because a pit stop has to be done, Kez. It's a mandatory pit stop. But the problem is the pit stop is about 10 seconds short of the whole lap time.
Pit stop's no longer than lap.
Raggy
and Raggy going wheel to wheel. I think you're going to cover it. And Hobbsy gets knocked. Was he damaged there? No, there wasn't. But he's under pressure now as well from Vapor King, who's got battery. Hobbsy does get a DRS, though. And to be fair, that may help him out a little bit. Cause it looks like he's going to lose that position then to the Ferrari. But he remains in P7 for now.
Absolutely right. The Racing Point got away. And he's got an Alfa Romeo to chase. J-Sack has picked up a penalty, so has Jay Wizzy. Wizard has entered the pits. 1 lap after Stinson. He's come out P12. And we've got Kitten, Petter and Steve chasing Jay Lawler on board with the Racing Points gearbox. And you can see the Mercedes and Haas driver closing him down.
Yeah, Jay Lawler's been lapped yet? He hasn't yet, to be fair to him, but he is...
his leader gap still less than...
Oh, there's a penalty for Jay Lawler in the Racing Point. You do not want a penalty on Britain Short.
No. No, you don't.
That's the 4th driver, to be fair, has got one. J-Sack, Killy and Wizzy also got penalties. Jay Lawler is under pressure, should I say, a little bit from Steve. And Tom Ober, to be fair, has pulled away 1.5 seconds. Now he's looking comfortable, is the Alpha Tauri driver. And Jay Lawler got under pressure from... What's happened to Raggy? Because he was right behind Steve then, Raggy. And he's dropped now 2 seconds behind. But he's up 11, to be fair. He's had a pretty good start to the race. And there's pit stops for Kitten Petter and for Vapor King.
There is, and a couple more penalties have flown through. You can see them on screen now.
It's been a lap. Someone's just been lapped as it stands. Oh no, it's Harry Pope. Harry Pope's been lapped from the boys.
Well, they'll be unlapped when the others box, but depending on...
Is Harry Pope ghosting because he's been lapped, or is he an AI?
Yeah, probably. Here's J-Sack and Hobbs here, coming down to Stowe Corner, and the Alpha Tauri looks to have made the move. And J-Sack, good move. That's Jay Lawler's teammate. They'll be in the Racing Point, just to confirm. I didn't know J-Sack was coming.
For the top 3.
Yeah, I didn't know.
For the top 4 even. Is they pitted? Let's have a quick look.
Oh, there's a little scrap here
not pitted.
between Carter and King. Haas versus Ferrari, both in their respective constructor cars. And can Vapor King make a move into the Stowe Corner? Not quite, stays behind. 75% battery versus 50. Could utilise that later. We're already halfway through and it's been 4 minutes.
It's been pretty eventful. 2 DNF, Jamie James and both Jameses have retired, funny enough. Wizard coming under trouble here from both Carter and from Vapor King. The McLaren driver's in big trouble here. It's a pretty routine overtake going down to turn 1, you feel, for Carter, but Wizard's not giving up. The wheel to wheel round turn 1. There's contact, and Raggy's come out the pits as well, and Carter gets past him. It's a penalty for Hobbsy in the pits, but it's a 4-way battle here between Raggy, Carter, Wizard and Vapor King. That was incredible going around turn 1 and turn 2. There's a penalty for King as well. He's on the fresh soft, but comes out of the pits with a penalty.
And I think Raggy come off 4th worst there. Got a clip from or with Carter, and that sent his Alfa Romeo just off the track, and now he's behind the 3 drivers in front. J-Sack and Hobbsy enter the pits. Hilly up 15 without a pit stop just yet, and Stinson's nearly making his way back into the lead. Hilly picked up a pen. Pit stop strategy at 8 to 12, but it doesn't really matter. Stinson and a couple of us deciding to go a little bit earlier.
And J-Sack gone on the hard, just to make sure them tyres get to the end, you know.
And he's come out in traffic, Kez. And he's
gone!
Was that traction?
No. He's on the hard, I don't know.
It didn't look like he got clipped, but J-Sack is now facing the wrong way out of village. And we head down.
Here comes Raggy to Vapor's King as well, and he might go for a cheeky little dive, but I don't think he will. No, he doesn't. Vapor had the arse himself on Wizard. We've got a real battle here from everyone from Carter downwards. Vapor King, Wizard and Raggy. Hobbsy in as well. Hobbsy going for the overtake, and that was a superb move. Has he got it moved on? He has. Or has he? No, he hasn't. Jay Wizzy comes back. Hobbsy has to go a little bit wide, and Jay Wizzy holds on for now, but it looked like for a second that Hobbsy had got the job done on the Mercedes driver. Yeah,
that was wheel-to-wheel action through a chicane that not many people do. Last time Magnussen and Albon did that, you know how that ended. 3 cars abreast, and a McLaren and a Ferrari have touched. And
he's gone! No!
They've both survived. Nope.
No, they haven't. Vapor King.
And Raggy has just drove past both of them and carried on down to Stowe. Into P7, that is.
Who said Britain Short wasn't fun on 25%, though?
Listen, we're not also doing... We're not, you know, regulating this too much. Of course, we don't expect dangerous driving when it comes to the 100%. TRT James doesn't want to do Monza. He was going to be on pole. He was going to be on pole. Do I need to remind him?
We're going to see Harry Pope and J Bills on the second in row here.
Yeah. That's going to be a run down to turn 1, isn't it? Content.
Hobbsy on Jay Wizzy, and these two at it again. Hobbsy touches the back of Jay Wizzy, going to get DRS here. They both go a little bit wide, but Hobbsy should get a job done, to be fair. Jay Wizzy's got DRS on Wizard, so that might save him. The red light is on in the back of the Mercedes, but Hobbsy might go for a cheeky little dive bomb here. No, he lets lets him get away, but definitely wants to keep an eye on him the last couple of laps. Obviously, he's not letting the Mercedes go in front of him.
Jay Lawler still in P3, but with a penalty which would drop in 2 places down to P5. He's probably hoping Kittenpetter and Steve try and get their own sorts of penalties. So we got a freeway here. We got a freeway coming round turn 1 now with Wizard, Jay Wizzy and Hobbsy, I believe it is. And I believe not everyone's been lapped now because the pit stops by everyone have been done. Yes, so this is the correct grid.
Obviously gets a penalty there, and he's lost a bit of ground on Jay Wizzy, but Jay Wizzy could go for a move on the McLaren and Wizard. The red light's on the back of Wizard. He's got no battery, but neither's Jay Wizzy. They both got 5% or less, but he goes for the move on the right-hand side. A bit of wheel banging from the two there. They go a little bit wide, but Jay Wizzy gets the job done. Could Jay Wizzy be in trouble from Hobbsy here as well? Hobbsy saved a little bit of battery. Sorry, Wizard, sorry, not Jay Wizzy. I thought for a second Hobbsy might have got Wizard, but he's not going to get him, is he? So Wizard lagged out. He has lagged out,
but I think Jake's in trouble going into
name.
The corner village, and Steve goes for a dive bomb and comes off third best.
He's hit Kittenpetter as well.
But did he hit Kittenpetter? I don't think he did. I'm not sure, but Ragay's coming in.
Regardless, they both lost positions.
And yeah, they both spun 90 degrees.
Ragay's not that driver, just letting everyone else do the race. He's going to take over.
Jay Wook is here for Monza, but he won't be on pole. He'll be at the back. Ragay Fusto trying to chase Kittenpetter already on the final lap with IFR Stinson, who has drove pretty well. We do know he's pretty rapid in ED1. He isn't in endurance. Obviously, he doesn't have the time to do it, but if he was, it'd be pretty scary.
Mate, join.
What's that?
So just replying to Cam asked if he can join for Silverstone. For Monza, I said yeah. On to the last lap, Stinson 3.7 seconds clear, but has got a penalty. Can Tom Robo close the gap? I don't think he can now. He'll have to do some pretty good work there to close 6 tenths in 1 lap, but to be fair, he's closing it. It's down to 5 tenths. We'll keep an eye on that. Jay Lawler third for now, but a penalty could drop him behind Steve and maybe behind Carter. Carter DRS on Steve here, and the Haas driver gets past Steve. Does he? He does. Steve has to go wide, touches the grass, and that could be a P4 in the bag for Kulan's Carter.
Could be, as Stinson comes around the club chicane, and so does Tom Robbo. A win for him, a win for Tom Robbo. Third place for Jay, but he's going to drop maybe 1 place into 4th place, and Steve misses out by 2 tenths of a second, and Ragay comes 6th place. Kittenpetter and Wizard moves up because of his lack of penalties into P8, dropping Hobbsy outside of the top 10, now down to 12th.
Yeah, you got Jay Sack, Jay Wills and Harry Pope, the last of the running cars. You're going to see if TRG James is in, he will start on pole on the front row with Jammy James, and second row you're going to have Harry Pope and Jay Wills. What a second row that is! What a second row that is, and I'm looking forward to that rundown, that short rundown, to turn one. A pretty eventful 10 minutes or so in Silverstone there. A couple of retirements, quite a few collisions.
9 minutes?
How long was it? I'm going to go 8 minutes 48 seconds.
8 minutes 40, I'll go 8:49 then. Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. You're going 1 second above me to try and beat me. It's a quick guess, by the way. It could be way off. Well, not way off, but... Oh, 10:19?
Well, the thing is now Stinson starts at the back of Monza. 10:19?
It was 10:19. I thought we were way off.
Alright, let me get a picture of this grid.
So Stinson, Tom Robbo, Carter, Jay Lawler, Steve, Ragay, Kittenpetter, Wizard, Vapor King and Jay Wizzy complete the top 10. Pretty good effort from Carter, to be fair. 12th to 3rd. Ragay, 56th. I was saying in the race, Ragay was sort of the driver that let everyone else battle, and he was a couple of times there where 2 or 3 cars were battling, he was just taking advantage of them battling. And he got a pretty decent P6 after 15th. Jay Wizzy 10th. Hilly got, to be fair, Hilly got 11th from 17th. And as we've mentioned, it's going to be James, Harry, and Jay Wills. If James is still in the race, TRT underscore James, because he did leave at the front, on the front 2 rows.
Well, that's Britain short done. It'll be a long time before we go back to that, but Stinson dominating. However, he's now got to route himself through, I believe it's 27 laps of Monza now. We've got the big stuff now, but there is no quali. So I instructed the drivers to do their own practice in their own time. So now they've got 20...
I can't say I'm going to miss Silverstone short, can you? Because
it's not bad. Now the drivers have got to do 27 laps of Monza with no qualifying. All practice done outside. And we've got a reverse grid, which is going to be entertaining. Just
it's nice
so
to be on a
there
full
should be
track
16.
rather than Silverstone short.
With TRT James not coming back in.
Is Cam Has Cam got in?
If you
Let
can
me
invite
Cam
Cam,
very, very
yeah,
quickly.
that's fine.
What tracks is tomorrow, Limmy, for Tier 2?
Same.
What tracks we're doing tomorrow? Same ones, okay.
But very good attendance for ED2. And we might pull a couple of lower end drivers of ED1 if they want to join.
I don't know what... Cam, what's your... Oh, he said he's in and out on his new account. Limmy has it. Cam said.
Okay, TRT James is not coming back. Yeah, I should have it. Where did he put it? He told me it's somewhere, but I can never remember where it is. Alright. When he's in. So it's a no quali, it's a custom grid, it's a 50%.
Cam_15. Yeah, I've invited him.
Okay. Just let me know when he's joined. Now we'll do the grid. Someone else has joined, that's 17. Oh, Jaywick's here, yeah, that's right. So Cam is, when he picks his car, we're good to go. Well, I can do the grid, yeah. Hello everybody in my stream, by the way, hope you're enjoying. That track is brilliant, laughing my ass off. That was fun, that was interesting, I'm surprised how... Yeah, Steve, really good. But now you're at the back at Monza, so... Cam picks his car. Tell him to pick any car, Kaz.
Cam, if you can hear... Oh, he's gone for the Ferrari, of course he has, he's a Ferrari boy.
Okay, right, so I can now do the custom grid. Alright, so... TRT James is not coming back. Okay. Is Jamie James in the lobby, or am I blind?
No, I can't see him, mate. Don't believe he is.
Okay, let's crack on as if he's not coming back then. So we got, at the moment, Harry Pope's on pole.
Go on, Harry, lad.
Harry Pope is on pole. Next to Harry Pope is Jay Wills.
Well, Lewis White's managed to get in Lemmy as well, so I've actually got 19.
Okay. Harry Pope and Jay Wills is at the front. Then JSAT, now that is a good start for JSAT. Very good driver. Hobbsy is next. Is Hobbsy in here? Hobbsy, yeah. Hobbsy, then it goes Hilly. Hobbsy, Hilly. Then it goes Jay Wizzy. This is going to be interesting, isn't it? Then it's Vapor King. Then it's Wizard. Then it's Kitten Petter. Is Kitten Petter still in? Yeah, there he is. Kitten Petter. Then Ragay. And then it's Steve and Jake. Steve and Jake. Then it's Carter, Tom Robbo, and Stinson. And then it'll be... I think that's it. Confirm. Spectate. I believe that's it. Oh I didn't change the track.
Still British. I didn't even notice myself.
I forgot to change the track, innit? Alright. Should be good to go. I forgot to change the track. I'm thinking out loud, egg shaving on Lemmy. Yeah, Nick's Pope more competent. Aren't we meant to be in control? No. Yeah, but because we've had a lot of ED2 people come in to help the numbers, No. But on next week, yes. Hello everybody. Hedge says hi as well. What?
Jill always put in the chat, Harry, please don't kill me.
Harry Pope and Jay Wills on the front row in Monza. Deservedly so, they finished last in Britain Shop, so that's what you get. 19 drivers. I believe I've done my go right, but I'm not changing it again, so if it's wrong, we move. And we do have a formation lap. Did I not change to spectator? I'm pretty sure I did. Oh shit, I didn't. Ah, shit. I swear I did.
Yourself.
Oh no. Oh,
you have to
no,
get a driver view.
Oh no.
On board with Captain Libby, following the drive.
Oh no.
Jack, become the safety car.
Oh no. Oh no.
Just leave. Can you not leave and then I'll invite you back?
I have to let the lights go out and then retire.
What's he like?
So you're gonna have to do.
Anything,
you have to do the lights out with Jet. I want to do
As
the lights out
goes
with
from
Jay
19th
Wills.
to
God's
first.
sake! I might just leave my
goes
car
from
in.
19th to first.
Oh, God's sake! Can I retire on the formation lap? Is that possible? Can you crash? Can your wheel come off?
Come what?
Can your wheel come off on the formation lap? I don't think it can.
Oh, mate. I doubt it.
I don't think it can. Can I just get the fuck out of it?
Just retire on the formation, like, can you not?
Yeah, but it'll just put you on the grid, won't it? It's alright, I'll join in. You just might have to do lights out, mate.
Mate, so you're racing?
Oh, I've seen the weather cares. I put rain on.
So we got you on the track, we got...
Yeah, you got me on track. I ain't got a setup on. Oh, I'll go with maximum top speed. There we go. Right. By the way, I will be quitting. I will be going back in the gantry, but I won't see the Jay Wills and Harry Pope lights out because Kez will have to do it.
But
he doesn't normally get to do it, so it's nice. It's cool. I'm happy.
I remember I did hungry on my own. I was like talking dead quick.
I tell you what I am going to do on stream is stick with the pack and just see the mess unfold.
And we're on board now with Captain Limmy, who's in P19.
Yeah, I might
see. He's not set off yet. He's still...
I've gone. No, it's alright. I got it. Green lights on the gantry. Right. We're good, mate.
Limmy, you just do your lap. Oh boy, Harry Pope is spun on the formation.
I'm just...
Harry Pope has spun at turn 2 Monza, leading the formation lap.
We've already got a blockage.
Yeah, Harry Pope's now down to 16th.
Oh, look at this driving. I'm just warming back tyres. So I have to retire in the pit lane at the end of lap 1, so I won't be in the gantry. Kez, will you send me an invite now, before I leave? But where's he gone? Well, it is of course an event. We are here for entertainment. I hope we're giving that you before the real stuff starts. I'm not meant to be driving. I made an error. But he has sent me an invite, which is good. We're following the pack, everybody. We're following the pack. We're just gonna vibe with the gang at the back. Could start doing some donuts, but I don't want to keep everyone waiting. I'm in a Red Bull though. It's kind of cool, right? Got that Honda sound. I forgot to set a setup, said J Luke. Well, let me get out of this car at the end of lap 1 and we'll go back onto the commentary. But what we will definitely do is drive down to turn 1 and see what's happening whilst Hedge does the lights out stuff.
You can get a different angle, can't you?
Yeah, I'll be a safety car at the back.
Have your microphone on in your car?
Yeah, I'm putting overtake on as well. I'm going for it. Right.
The driver's line up. Harry Pope, who is on pole, is actually 18th at the moment, so just going through all the cars.
Oh, I just tapped. No, I didn't.
And Harry Pope in J Will's front row.
Harry Pope's first, but at the back. Yep.
J-Sack on the mediums, which is going to suit him down to the ground in P3. That's superb strategy. And let's see what happens. 19 cars, including Captain Limmy.
Yeah, it won't be for long. It'll be about for a minute and a half.
On this very short rundown for turn 1 in Monza, can Harry Pope and J Wills defend the likes of J-Sack, Hobbsy, Hilly and J Wizzy? We will see.
I'll stay quiet for your
Jay
hedge.
Lawler outside the top 10 as well. I'm on board with Harry Pope, the Renault driver, on pole. Sounds very, very strange. And let's see what happens in 27 laps of Monza. So lights out the Omega, it's a pretty slow start from Harry Pope, who's already under big trouble from Jay Wills. Jay Wills leads.
Oh my god! What? What just happened? Ken, Tom Robbo.
I was trying to do my first ever lights out and you ruined it.
Tom Robbo has just cleaned out Cam and is retired at the start line. And with the safety car,
Cam's got no wing. On board with the Ferrari of Cam, who's got no wing on the car. I was trying to do my lights out, and Tom Morrow's ruined it. Cheers, Tom. And Jay Wills, Harry Pope, still in the top two. Hobbsy for J-Sack fourth, Hitley fifth, J-Sack on the medium, so that'll send down to the ground. But as Lemmy said, a safety car. Tom Robbo's out, and Cam's got no wing, so a little bit of drama. I didn't catch it. I think Lemmy got a better view from being near them. And
Perfect
yeah,
start
pretty interesting start to the race. Catalemi's left the session. Oh, okay.
I gotta come back here.
So how many of these soft runners will pit? Wills, Hobbsy and Pope all on the softs. Hilly, Vapors, Jay Lawler, Carter, Steve, Ragay. Is it Ragay? Ragay? I've already asked that. I can't remember how you say his name. Sorry. Rajay? I'm going to call him Rajay. Lewis, Wyatt and Cam all on the softs. Who will pit? Jay Wills, will he keep his P1? Will he? Yes, he will. Harry Pope's going to stay out as well. Hobbsy, is he going to go for an early pit stop? Yes, he is. No, he's not. All bit of a dupe from Hobbsy there, trying to trick some people. Not many pitting at all, actually. I thought a couple of the soft runners might have pitted for a longer stint. There is a pit stop from Kit and Pet, who's got a penalty. Might want to get rid of that penalty. Oh, he's got one speed in the pit, but that didn't really help at all. So double pit stop for Haas. So Carter's going to drop even further down the grid. Steve AMG, Rajay, Stinson, and of course Cam, who's got no wing, bless him, also into the pit. So it's most of the back runners, 6 of the lads at the back pitting. Other than that, the rest of them are staying out after a very early safety car lap more. Limmy, are you back in?
Not yet, I'm on my way. Because I need another invite for some reason.
Okay. Limmy's proper.
So, the quickest you've ever seen a driver go from a car to the gantry is happening as we speak.
You're running.
Yeah, running up, mate.
Power Hamilton scooter.
Oh yeah, I could actually.
So,
use that anyway,
one with Jay Wills, who did have a moment on the safety car in Spain where he led the restart. He's going to lead the restart again today. Harry Pope, to be fair, due to the collision, actually kept second. He only lost one position, and he's still second. Obviously third. It's a hedge racing top three. Love to see it. Actually, I'm lying because Harry Pope didn't race in hedge racing, so I'm lying. But J-Sack, Wizard, and J-Luke all sat on the mediums. All obviously remain on the mediums. I thought a couple of the soft runners might have pitted. There's a few towards the back that pitted. You can see some fresh hards, some fresh mediums, fresh softs as well for Stinson. But I thought that maybe a couple of the soft runners towards the front might have pitted, but they've gone for trap position over an early pit stop. So another lap to go on the safety car. I think this will be the last one. There's a few that haven't caught up yet. Everyone from Lewis, Wyatt downwards yet to catch up, but they should do before the end of lap 3. And we should be on to lap 4. We're racing again and see what happens.
Well, I am glad to be back. Also glad to see that the safety car doesn't have any lights on for me. But we are back, and I borrowed Hamilton's scooter. I kind of broke it, but I'm sure you can afford plenty more with his new Mercedes contract. So what a start. We started the lobby on the grid. We got a great start. We saw Tom Robbo clean out Cam on the grid before the cars got to turn 1. Then the safety car came out. Then Hedges lights out was screwed. And then we had a safety car.
I'm just on barbecue on Carter, who's last of the running cars on the fresh hards. Yeah. I've seen people move left and right to warm the tyres up, but that's very aggressive.
Is it?
From the man who crashed on lap 17 in Spain for doing that quite aggressively. Look at him! I've seen more main tyres up, but bloody hell, we're going to go into water, carry on. We'll try and keep an eye on him down the straight. It's quite funny to watch.
a Russell in Imola next F1, where a little bit, quite late into the race, you warm up a little bit too much.
Speaking of hashtags, I remember when Roman Grosjean did that in Azerbaijan on the safety car, warming his tyres up straight into the wall. Wouldn't recommend it. Not the first time Grosjean went into a wall.
So is this lap 2 or lap 3?
This is lap 3. Going to go on to lap 4 now. J Bulls leads. Yeah, who caught up? Carter just about to catch up now. And again, very aggressively, left to right, warming them tyres up. Yeah, you know.
Tom Lowe's just put in the stream. Limmy somehow lasted longer than me. I did, you're right. Safety car in, because I can't see, I'm not getting any notifications.
It is in, mate. I'm on board with J Lo, who's going to get us started. I have a feeling Harry Pope could be there a little bit of trouble here down the straight. Let's see how J Bulls,
well, the problem here, J-Buzz has left the restart incredibly late, and he's trying to cut out all slipstream as much as possible, but Harry Pope is ready, and he can't overtake before the line, and it's going to be a Magellan, but J Wills might have got away very well, and Hobbsy has overtook...
it's a big crash! Oh, wow! J Wizzy into Harry Pope, and J Wizzy, has he retired? No, he hasn't! Right into the back of Harry Pope! I think he tried to get past him. Harry Pope was having absolutely none of it. I'm surprised that's not another safety car.
I am very surprised.
Quite honest with you.
But it's just straight after another, so it will make sense.
Jay Wizzy, who's down to 17th, Harry Pope down to 10th.
Vapor King
trying to... got no wind.
Vapor King trying to go around the outside of JSAC into the second chicane, and then comes Wizard, and then comes the 2 racing points in Lawler and Hobbsy, then comes J Luke in 7th place, then comes L Wyatt Stinson, who's making his way up the grid quite quickly as expected, and then comes Steve in the top 10, and Hobbsy and L Wyatt going wheel to wheel into the second Lesmo, and Hobbsy steps off, and that's going to allow Stinson to move on the right hand side and make that move.
Jay Lawler on the back of the McLaren of Wizard. There's a retirement for Jay Wizzy, not the restart he wanted by him after a collision with Harry Pope. Harry Pope started the lap second. He's now 15th with no wing. But here's Jay Lawler, who's going to try and use his battery, overtake his on that racing point, and he's doing his absolute best to get into the top 4. And for now, for a second anyway, gets past Wizard, but Wizard on the inside is not going to give up. And they're going wheel to wheel around the final corner. And for now, Wizard regains 4th place, going onto the straight.
L Wyatt gets past Stinson, or keeps past Stinson for now, then comes Steve, then comes Carter, who's all over the back of that Mercedes, and Stinson is about to be all over the back of the Alfa Romeo of L Wyatt, who tries to go defensive, but Stinson says no, I'm going to take the offensive line, brakes hard into the first corner, L Wyatt gives him room, and Stinson's up into P7. Okay, I've just seen what you've seen, and yeah, so Vapor King is now P2, J Wills has been unghosted, back to P3, and now has Wizard for company, and Jay Lawler, who's going for a switcheroo on the second chicane, down the inside of first Lesmo, soft tyres first medium, wheel to wheel battle, and Wizard just behind the racing point.
Yeah, Jay Wills was inside Vapor King, pardon the pun. There's a yellow flag and we got another safety car. It's Kuhlman's Carter.
First Lesmo.
No one's near him. I'm going to play Hobbsy. I don't even know what's going on. My head's gone. I've seen that J Wills like then. That my head's gone.
Yeah, that's
well, I'm probably Hobbsy. Will we have time to see what happened to Kuhlman's car? I don't think anyone was near him. I might be wrong.
Let's have a look. So it's first Lesmo, which either means wheel to wheel. Oh, Hobbsy there. Nearly getting a drive through. Nearly.
No, I'm not going to see it.
No, he's gone.
That's a shame.
So, how many's out? Carter, Hilly, Wizzy, Limmy, Tom Mubbo. We've completed 4 laps of this Italian Grand Prix. We've had 2 safety cars, one lap 5 of 27.
Wizard stayed out. There's pit stop for Vapors, J-Sat, Wills, J Lawler, they're all into the pits here. Any double start? I was going to say that then. Yes, an Alfa Romeo double stack, isn't it? Because Lewis Wyatt.
Who is it? J-Sat. Excuse me, gone out in front of Vapor King. J Wills is just behind them in the queue. J Wills has jumped, or J Lawler's dropped, one of them.
Oh, look at that, the Cammy boy is into top 3. Go on, Cam lad. Yes,
he is.
Love it. Love it.
And Wizard is leading the safety car restart for the 2nd time. And Steve is just behind. He's in the stream. Hello, Steve. In the Mercedes, driving with J Wizzy. Unfortunately, he's out. But he won't be out. Hopefully, during 44 laps of Belgium in a week's time. Of course, in a week's time, we have the full qualifying for both tiers. ED1, ED2 happening at the same time. will be commentating ED1, and Blades and Connor will be doing ED2. It's a very long. Well, qualifying's not too bad, 45 minutes, but the race on Saturday will be longer. So thank you to Blades and Connor for volunteering to do that. It is much appreciated, much obliged, and also. Yeah, it's happening at the same time, so I'll have ED2 up on my phone just to make sure everything's going smoothly. It is Belgium, and we've got to get past that hill. We'll be given a weather report 2 hours before the race, so at 7:30 PM to both tiers. The weather is exactly the same for both tiers. We will tell the commentator, obviously we're the commentators, so I'll do it, but for ED2 what blocks to fill in, and we've tested the blocks. It can have different outcomes in terms of, for example, if rain is to come at a certain time, how wet that rain is, how wet the track gets, and it can change, it can vary, but we'll definitely do the same blocks so we can moderate it as much as possible. Belgium is quite quick. On the dry it can be done in about 1 hour and 19 minutes if you're quick, and that's not including safety cars or any rain if there is to be. So maybe 1 hour 23, 1 hour 24 would be a good guesstimate of how long Belgium would be. And yeah, we're on lap 7 of 27, still on a safety car. One more car to catch up. Had 19, down to 4, technically 18, Lemmy doesn't count. Down to 14. I do want to thank the ones that have gone out. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you next week. Cars Racing Week starts from Monday. It's now a 7-week racing schedule, all Europeans and Americans and endurance and iRacing on Sunday. So you have 7 days of entertainment for the next 11 weeks. And we hope to see the viewership we saw last season, see if we can break the, I think it was 101 in Japan. See if we can break that, especially in EU1. And we'll see what the ED drivers can put up. I believe the safety car will be coming in, Kez. What a start to this Grand Prix.
Well, mate, it's always eventful when me and you commentate, isn't it? Never a dull race, never a dull moment.
Never a dull race.
Yeah, 7 laps now, 1 lap 8, and we've already lost 5 of our 19 drivers. Quantity Speed Wizard will be getting us going, and he's on the old mediums. Got Steve Yanham on the hards. We've got a mixture here now. We've got the majority gone for the long stint on the hards.
Yeah.
Practically everyone, really. But the odd medium and soft compound still floating around. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. A very slow, an extremely slow restart from Wizard, who's not in any rush whatsoever. I've seen slow starts. This is really up there. Just like genuine. This is quite scary how slow this restart is.
I mean, it's Wizard is.
Oh, who's that? Vapors King's come off. Oh,
was that warming or contact?
Anyway, here we go. I don't think there's any contact at all. But here we go.
At the start of Parabolica, Wizard has gone, and the second restart is underway. It's Wizard, Steve, then Cam, and then behind them is a bit of a gap to J-Sack and J Wills. Now, is Wizard in trouble from the Mercedes going into turn 1? Is Steve going to try and go round the outside? No space. And in comes Cam trying to go round the outside of the Mercedes, but he's going to get swallowed by J-Sack, the Greek man, and J Wills is trying to go wheel to wheel with Jay Lawler as we head round Curva Grande.
Yeah, damage for Cam, mate, left end play. Wheel to wheel, Cam, J Wills, and J Wills has gone off. And he's retired, has he? No, he hasn't. How's he not retired?
Voice break, I don't know. That was a huge crash into the Curva Grande left hand side, into the Lesmos. Racing Point, AlphaTauri going wheel to wheel. Sorry, cares. Jay Lawler is now ahead of JSAT. What a move that is. And JSAT now under pressure from Stinson on the right hand side, who may get a double overtake here because he's got some good momentum on those soft tyres. Has he got room to go to the left? No. JSAT comes in into the Ascari section. JSAT cooks the corner, and he would have got a penalty for that if someone was to report it, I'm sure. And we come down to Parabolica now.
Yeah, J Luke putting Stinson under pressure. Stinson putting Jake under pressure. There's 4 of them here, including JSAC. It looked like Cam, J Bulls and Jake Lawler were all wheel to wheel in an area you don't really want to be wheel to wheel. I'm looking at the flag here.
So Williams out of Ascari.
May well be. A bit of a shame for him after such a good start to the race. Lewis Wyatt, Cam and Kitten Petter all very, very close on the run down to turn 1 here. Kitten Petter got away, should I say. I thought Lewis Wyatt might have gone for a little bit of a dive on Cam there, but he holds off for now. Hobbsy behind Lewis Wyatt.
Stinson has surpassed J-Sack into P3. And then comes J-Lawler, then Kitten Petter, who might have a go on the outside of the second chicane. But J-Lawler put in a good line in there defensively and keeps that position well. El Wyatt tried to sneak past Kitten Petter as well, but couldn't quite do so. And through the Lesmos we go again.
Yeah, J-Lawler loves a good line, doesn't he? And Ryan Mills, I thought he said Ryan Mills on lobby, no he hasn't. I thought we might have had Ryan Mills spectating, but thank God that's not happening. It is Hobbsy, who was, I don't know what's happened to Hobbsy, because he was right next to Lewis Wyatt, going around turn 3, but he seems to have lost that a bit of time. So is there damage for Hobbsy? No, there isn't, but he's one of our pieces very quietly at the moment, is Hobbsy, and Lewis Wyatt's come off the track with no contact. Very interesting place to come off the track there. No damage, I don't think. No, there isn't. He's lost it himself and he's down to 10th.
Should be a textbook overtake here for Mr. Stinson, and already got past Steve around the outside Parabolica, but can Steve get any slipstream after being overtaken to try and go for one down the inside? Hard versus softs, he backs off and allows Stinson through. Then comes Kitten Petter and Jay Lawler, and the Haas has got the inside line, but Jay Lawler doesn't give up without a fight and puts up a fight as well and keeps ahead of the Haas driver for now. He's got to defend it through Curva Grande though, all the way down to the second chicane.
Yeah, the pit stop for Cam again, damaged quite, I think it was on the safety car restart when Cam got damaged. Quite close to the front now, Wizard leads, 5 tenths separating him and the soft compound of Stinson and Steve that makes up the top 3 for now, but J-Sack close behind him, it's close at the front, gaps opening up a bit towards the back end of the grid. Where's J Wills? He's down in 30th after that collision. He's gone for a soft compound, so I'm going to have 2 tops for him at least yet.
Here comes from the race lead, it is Stinson, and he has, with DRS down to Ascari, has surpassed Mr. Wizard, and is now in the lead on those brand new softs. Stinson showing great pace on those, as he should. J-Sack half a second behind Steve, the Mercedes in front, and some gaps below P9 have started to show up. Definitely. Yeah,
I was going to say, it looked like we're starting to get a bit settled now after a pretty crazy eventful 10 laps. We can actually come up for a bit of air ourselves, and Stinson gets a 122 dead on them softs. He's setting good pace and seems to open the gap. Kitten Petter has got DRS here on Jake Lawler, and out of absolutely nowhere, is closing the gap. He's got battery to burn, and the Racing Point's going to be in big trouble here. It's a pretty routine overtake from Kitten Petter there. He built his battery up and got the job done, and the Haas driver ahead of Jay Lawler into P6 for now.
I feel Jake and Kitten Petter will be having some very close battles this season, and I can't wait for the Italy race because it's been full of overtakes so far. Penalty for Jay Wills as well, fastest lap for Rage, 21.7. I'm sure some people might go softs later on, especially the medium people. Still quite a long way to go, not halfway yet, but it is a quick circuit when you're not on safety car duty. We've had 2 safety cars, but from that point, after lap 5, or lap 6 when it came in, I think, everyone has been pretty secure. 1 second gaps starting to open up. That means I can get a drink.
I was going to say, it's nice to come up for air a bit, isn't it? Heading on to lap 12 on board with the race leader Stinson, 2 seconds clear. Wizard, but a penalty now for the Renault drivers. Penalty for Lewis White as well. Wizard down to P6 in Kitten Petter, and then what yet to pick up a penalty that could play a bit big, because the late safety car comes out within the last 15 laps. 2.1 seconds separate Stinson and Wizard at the moment. Gaps, as Lemmy said, starting to appear now. The close gap at the moment is Kitten Petter, who's already got past Jay Lawler. He's now looking to get past Jay Luke, and that's once he finds the yellow flag. It's Harry Pope who's come off. He's down right at the back in P12.
He got the
retirement! Jay Wills! Another safety car, actually a safety car. On board with Vapor King, let's have a look what happened. Oh, Jay Wills, oh dear.
Oh, that's coming out of the second Lesmo, and that's easy to do.
6th car retirement, our 6th car now. It's been out of the race. And what will tire? A lot of these left on the hards, I cannot see them staying on the hards. I think there'll be a few pit stops here.
Can you go medium to the end?
Oh, easily. I'd have said
well, I don't know about Italy because I know it ruins. And you won't think it does, but it ruined the rear tyres because of the low speed exits. First chicane, second chicane, less motor it's all low speed exits.
Well, it's pit stop for Harry Pope and Raggy. Obviously, they're quite a bit behind.
Harry Pope's got 16 seconds of penalties too.
Oh dear, might want to get rid of a few of them then. He's on Bobby Stinson, who has got a penalty himself. Is it a 3-second? Yes, it is. I think he'll pit here, Stinson. I think a lot of these drivers will. I think the majority of drivers here will pit for me. I'm going to go fresh mediums. Let's have a look. A Wizard has already got mediums on, so he can't do that, of course. Stinson does come into the pits. Wizard also heads into the pits. What about J-Sack? He heads into the pits as well. Steve stays out. I think he wanted to pit Steve, but I think he changed his mind at the last minute and thought, you know what, if these lads are pitting, I'll stay out and I'll take track position. Other than Steve, the majority are pitting. Hobbs into the pits as well.
Stinson's just done his penalty and now he's going to get overtaken by Wizard, J-Sack, potentially Jaywick, no, just behind.
Lewis White stays out. He goes second limit. The Alfa Romeo driver.
6 lap pads. It's not too bad. Definitely do 20 laps.
Hobbs, he says, listening to commentary, Kitten lagged into me and gave me yellow wing. So there seems to be a bit of lag issues tonight for a few. Obviously, people are in different parts of the world. It does happen, doesn't it? Bit of a shame for Hobbsy that he's had to go for that. I couldn't help but laugh earlier when Jay. I can't remember who Jay was lagged into, but it was. Oh,
it was Vapor King,
so
wasn't
funny.
it? The Ferrari.
Yeah, it was one of the funniest things I've seen in F1. But
It's just like
we're practically halfway
just...
through now. The majority on the fresh softs, and fresh softs aren't going to go to the end. There's not a chance they're going to go to the end. So how many pit stops have some drivers done here? We've seen drivers that have done, some drivers here, 3 pit stops. The likes of Stinson on 3 stops. Raggy's done 5 stops, and he's on fresh softs. You have to do a 6th stop, which is pretty crazy in a 27 lap race.
But I didn't expect 3 safety cars.
It's always left.
Well, not many.
We're going to be here for a while. That's still not even halfway through yet.
I don't think we've remembered, have they? Rain is due.
I didn't know that myself.
Well, I went in the lobby because I knew I put rain on and my last box was rain, but we've had 3 safety cars.
If that's the case, then Steve AMG and Lewis White have done well to stay out on the hards.
Well, we have done well, but it depends because if it rains in the next 10 to 15, you don't really want old hards.
Very, very true. And you've got, 5, 6, 7 drivers behind you on fresh softs that are going to put you under immediate pressure. There's 3 cars behind Lewis White. Wizard, J-Sack and Stinson all on the fresh soft compound. J-Luke going for the fresh mediums. He probably thinks he's going to go to the end, but as Liam said, if there's a bit of rain, that could change. Is Steve going to pit? I think he thought again about pitting them, but obviously would have lost all the positions. They would have been down at the back. No one's been lapped yet either. I thought Harry Pope might have been lapped, but he's as
he's made it halfway.
He's got a lot of catching up to do though.
The problem is that throughout the endurance tier, qualifying and races, there will be scenarios, there will be weather scenarios, and you are going to have to make gut decisions. You're going to have to make decisions based on what you're feeling in the car. Because, listen, there will be races where there is some rain and there some isn't. There will be races where it might go dry, dry, or rain, dry, rain. We are going to mix it up over the course of a season. Not too much, just a little bit. And we're going to have to make decisions that are going to win or lose a race. I mean, I've done some weather testing to ensure that it's what we want. And there are times where I wouldn't know what I'd do in that situation, which is good, because you'll get rewarded for going with your gut most of the time and making the right decision. And we'll see different ends of grids over the course of a season, which is exactly what we want. And we want to reward people with those decision making. For example, Hungary in real life, it was a little bit wet at the start. Magnussen came in the pits, put the dry tyre on, and he saved 12 to 14 seconds just by making that good decision. He got a 10-second penalty because his team told him on the radio, but you get my point.
I do get your point, mate. As the safety guy in this lap, I don't think it is.
No, it's just missing one, 2 cars are
Harry
strangling.
Just trying and Vapor King, yeah. So another lap.
Maybe Harry Potter's making one more lap, one less lap to get lapped.
Well, maybe so.
I love Harry Pope, but he has got a clear penalty situation going on. But he has done 5 in the pits, so there you go.
There we have it. On to lap 15. And the safety car's going to do one more lap. 13 of our 19 starters are left. Obviously, that doesn't include Captain Lemieux, who decided to have a bit of a drive himself. But Jay Wills, Kulan Scar, Elliot Wizzy, and Tom Robbo all DNFing at certain points in the Grand Prix. And there's a good chance, with 12 laps to go, we could see a few more DNF.
I can tell you now that the lights were on for a very long time, by the way. At the start, right?
Yeah, they were. They were indeed.
Did you see the lights properly?
I think so. I was clicking for Jay Lawler in it.
What's that?
Collision with a penalty, sorry, for Jay Lawler.
Oh.
He may have collided with Cam or Kitten Petter, I'm not too sure.
Or someone's hitting from behind maybe and he's got the penalty as well.
Yeah, they're very strange, them penalties, aren't they, on safety cars?
Yeah. I mean, we'll get a few tickets for them. Talk about that. There'll be a few safety cars this season. When I mean a few, I think there'll definitely be one per race. Definitely.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I expect, what I expect is, because the races are so long, people might be a little bit more cautious and understand that you're not going to win a race in the first 10 laps. You're going to win it in the next 62. So I think people might be a little bit more cautious, especially on lights out. That doesn't mean it's going to be any less entertaining. It's just like in real life. If you want to get your move done, you go get it done. You get rewarded with your reaction time, your race start, and if you can get ahead at the end of Le Com in Belgium from starting third, go for it.
Go for it indeed. I completely agree. I think the thing about 100% races we mentioned earlier is not necessarily, sorry, about being the quickest. I know it might sound really stupid because obviously you want to be the quickest, but it's about staying in the race. Because you need full concentration. It's going to be so hard looking at a screen constantly for well over an hour. You can't take your eyes off it, and it's about who can stay in the race. I mean, penalties. I have no doubt the penalties will play a part as well, Limmy, in a full race.
Yep, and it'll
Definitely.
really benefit the people who don't get many.
He's off. What a
He has
start!
gone, and just to confirm, that's
near him.
3 safety car restarts, 3 different people doing it. You love to see it. So Steve, then L Wyatt, then Wizard, no overtaking until the finish line, but the finish line is quite early, and it's passed there by L Wyatt. So then comes L Wyatt, then comes Wizard, then comes Jay Sack, who's got some momentum but won't be able to make a move. Then comes Stinson, Jay Luke's behind. We've got a wheel-to-wheel, I think, Racing Point and Ferrari into turn 1, but he sits behind a Ferrari, has broke too late, and Cam has hit Jay Lawler off the track, I think. And the Ferrari broke a little bit too late and has hit the Racing Point in the back and has sent him spinning around the track, and now Hobbsy has got past him round Curva Grande. Heartbreak for Jay Lawler, but Cam couldn't get his brakes on.
Yeah, Cam's now into Hobbsy as well! Oh dear. Oh, it's not good. And that's Hobbsy's race practically over, I think now. Both racing points have been shafted there by a Ferrari. Cam brake really late then into the back of Hobbsy and put him into a wall.
Going down to the Ascari section, and is Wizard going to make a move down on the inside of El Wyatt? You bet he is. Soft tyres, and there he is, and a Renault's coming in as well. The Alfa Romeo has lost traction, and it's a good job Ghosting was on, because Kitten Petter and Jay Luke would have been out of this race, hence why I keep trying it. And yes, Cam has taken out 2 racing points in 2 corners, and they're at the back of the grid.
They are indeed. Harry Pope gets past Lewis White, who says Jay Lawler, to be fair to him. I don't know what happened. Was it Cam? I didn't see that one with Jay Lawler and Cam.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Well, Jay Lawler wheel to wheel now with
and it's
Lewis
raining.
Wyatt. It is indeed.
We've got a long way to go. Stinson has
Lewis Wyatt and Pope. Oh, Harry Pope! Oh my God, has crashed. That could be another safety car. I think there was a collision with Lewis Wyatt, and it's a VSC. And we've lost another driver. Harry Pope is an absolute mess. His wheel was on top of the car. I think it was a collision with Lewis Wyatt. Cam's got Inters. What a boy. That might pay off. That might, is it?
And just to confirm, this is a pre-season event. These things are a little bit more fun. And it's mixed tiers again. I know I said I didn't do it, but there were only going to be 11. So
losing drivers for 4-0. You have no one left in a minute. Oh my God.
So it is
it's not even raining yet.
It is. Which means, going outside view, you can see it.
Not enough.
Not enough. It doesn't matter if it's enough. It's raining.
So you can be at lead here.
It doesn't really matter. Who's the weather person for BBC?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Let's tell you, mate.
I don't watch news.
Oh, this is
So it's
brilliant.
still a VSC, and it should be coming in soon. And it is in. And so Steve carries on, then Stinson, then Wizard, then J-Sat, then J-Luke. Now J-Luke got a pretty good exit from Parabolica. DRS is still on, so we know it's not too wet. And has J-Luke got enough momentum to try and make a move on J-Sack into turn 1? Had to do a hiccup. He goes down the inside. Good driving from a pair of them. J-Sack leaving enough room. And J-Luke's into P4. Stinson has got past Steve outside of a first chicane 2.
Yeah, so indeed another yellow flag here. Oh, it's Cam on the inters, he's done it so I love Cam to pieces, what a man.
Yeah, so Cam might be, ED2, yeah. Oh, he can't drive, he can't even get the traction.
They're definitely not the one, yeah, them are definitely not the one.
Yeah, they're not the one.
The red light's on as well.
Wait, let's have a look at his wheel of overheating as well. Oh, dear.
That's switching around the corner here. Oh, it's a bit of a sticky. Oh, he's got to get it. Oh,
wait, the drivers are coming.
He's going to get lapped. Hurry up, Cam, go. I
think Jay Lawler has got past El Wyatt into the Lesmo. I think there's been an overtake forward into Ascari. Yeah, Wizard. Oh, driver's struggling, especially Steve on those 15 laps of hards. And he's been surpassed by J-Luke 2. And here comes J-Sack, maybe down to turn 1 instead of the final corner. And how wet is it? Well, the soft tyres are going to look okay on it. Of course they are. Rather than both hards. No, I don't think so. Let's just have a look. Yeah, no. J-Sack's still got his DRS. He's already passed Steve. Kitten Petter is getting involved but won't be close enough. As we flick through Vapor King trying to close on Ragay. And this rain is here to stay, I believe, everybody. And Cam now was 20 seconds behind Hobbs. He's now 58.
Yeah, I thought Cam might have actually gone into the lead if there was a safety car because he picked the inters, but due to the VSC, it's not really that and he's going to get lapped and he's really struggling. Is the Ferrari driver. Stinson leads for now, 2.6 Wizard, who's under pressure from J-Luke and from J-Sack in the battle for P2. It's another yellow flag.
It's a Ferrari.
What's happened now?
And it might be Cam. It is Cam, and he's just going to wait there until every single car goes past. Doesn't want to cause any harm, but he caused harm to J. Lawler and Hobbsy. But doesn't want to cause too much harm.
He's harmless.
When he wants to be.
J-Luke could be in a bit of trouble here from J-Sack, but to be fair, gets a good exit there. And he might be able to
J-Sack!
J-Sack, yeah,
just nearly lost his car, but didn't. He's okay. Then here's a freeway. Wizard, J-Luke and J-Sack. Then Kitten Petter behind Steve. Then in comes Ragay on the soft tyres. Then J. Lawler looking at Vapor King. Yellow flag for Cam again. He can't get out of Ascari. Here comes J. Lawler on the rear end of Vapor King. And it should be a relatively easy move. Vapor King not really attempting to use his battery. J. Lawler, left hand side, down to turn 1. And should be a fairly easy move. But Vapor King is going to put up a fight. But it's not a big enough fight. Good racing from the pair of them until I saw Ferrari go on the grass. I didn't have the best view, Kez. I didn't have the best view.
A bit of wheel banging there, mate. There's a real battle here between J-Luke. Oh, I see Cam again. Cam, will you stop with the yellow flags, man?
Oh no, it could be another safety car.
I love that.
Oh, is it in the pits? I don't think that's in the pits.
No, it's not.
Oh, it could be another safety
car. Right,
car.
anyway, let's try and focus. J-Sack. DRS on J-Luke and a bit of battery. Could there be a move here? Wizard's got away well, and J-Sack closing the gap. He's smelling what J-Luke had for his tea. There's a penalty for J. Lawler as well.
Oh, lovely.
But not just yet. But Cam becomes, what, the 8th driver to retire? Yes, the 8th driver.
What an exit by the Alpha Tauri.
Here comes J-Sack. Yeah.
After easy. You.
No, I thought you were take over, mate. What a night this has been.
It was just a beautiful move. Like, he just came out of there like it was dry. Like,
yeah, it's still enabled though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So that clearly not a time.
Clearly.
Cam thought it was.
Clearly.
Cam thought it was, but it's not as a penalty.
Oh, Kitten Petter.
Does he fancy the inters? I think it's another yellow flag. That's the Ferrari of Vapor's King, who's under Charles Leclerc and gone off.
No.
Oh no.
It is a challenge. It is, yeah. It's not as bad. Oh, he can't turn.
Gary Neville then. There's inters to Kitten Petter.
Oh, it's inters for Vapor King as well.
Yes,
Safety
there
car.
is.
Imagine if that would have cost a safety car can retire on track. Right.
The rain's coming down a bit more heavy now, though. Definitely coming down a bit more heavy.
Lap 21 at 27.
What a long
Still
race!
6.5 laps to go. Stinson leads. Then comes Wizard, who's performed exceptionally well in every event we've held for the past week, two. Always finishing in the top 8. Not exactly in the top 8 in terms of pace in ED1, but he's very consistent, gets no penalties, and has his wits. And Jay
Lawler's getting penalties.
He is.
How many's that?
P7. Let's have a look.
That's 14 seconds.
Five of them were a bit harsh.
Right, let's have a look. Is there going to be a few pit stops here? I think the DRS is still enabled though. But the rain is coming down a bit heavier. Stinson not going to pit just yet. We've got Kitten Petter and Vapor King on the Inters. Contest of Speed Wizard, not Contest of Wizard Speed. Contest of Speed Wizard not pitting yet. I don't like any of the front runners want to pit yet. JSAC has got DRS on J-Look, not going to be enough, I don't think.
I do have to say, but up there with Monaco, the Monza podium is the best. Oh, it's beautiful. Have you
Big
seen
fan.
it? Yeah.
Go
on board with
JSAC right on the rear end of the Williams and J-Luke. J-Luke had a bit of an iffy exit, shall we say, out of turn 2. That could give the Alpha Tauri an opportunity here. J-Luke's gone defensive, but JSAC might go for a bit of a dive bomb here, wheel to wheel. And for now, J-Luke holds on with a pretty good manoeuvre through turn 4 and 2.5. Here it is.
I got him, but I'm not tired.
There, mate.
I promise, because Hobbsy and now Wyatt
Steve as well.
are having a little scrap here as we go into the second chicane, and now Wyatt's trying to go around the outside, but it can't quite fit. Hobbsy tries to give him a room, the hard tyres, giving L. Wyatt difficulties, shall we say.
How are the units performing? Let's have it on board with Kitten Petter. See how they went. There's always a bit of a lock up there from Kitten Petter, but they seem to be okay. It's a little bit shaky here and there. Is it time for inters yet? I'm not sure. DRS is still enabled, I think. So clearly not time for intermediate tyres just yet. Stinson's going to stay out. Is it time for a pit stop? The rain's not really lashing down, is it? It's only very, very light. For now, looks like the dry compound is still the better compound.
JSAT nearly went again. And the wheel control, he's called it. He's like, yeah, I'm sick. I'm sick to death of it. And he's doing well, JSAT. I really think Stinson is not in endurance, he's stupid equipped, but I do feel that we are seeing some great potential battles here between the ED1. I mean, JSAC and JWOOK have been literally wheel to wheel or within a second for a long time. Cloud's a bit grey, Kaz. I think it's...
to me, it's not like they're coming out now, mate, because JSAC, J-Law, Lewis, White have joined Kitten Petter and Vapor King on them green intermediate tyres. The top 6 yet to pit, but the bottom 5 are all on the Inters, so it could be interesting. Now the rain is starting to pick up a little bit. It's not exactly flashing it down, but it is starting to pick up and clearly causing a few problems. But DRS is still enabled, although no one's really in range to use it because the gaps are starting to increase a little bit. On board with Stinson now, who's opened up his Vapor Skin's gone again, Limmy.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, it's a VSC. Get your Inters on now, boys. Steve's retired as well. What happened to Steve?
Where's Steve?
Oh, Steve!
Oh, that's okay.
Wait. I don't know what's happened to Steve, but we've also yet another driver. And that is Steve's race over.
20 laps on the hards. Can he not make it back to the pits?
I'm not too sure, but if Stinson can pick now on the Vapor's gone as well. We're losing loads of drivers here. Vapor's King gets in the pits now on the VSC, and he's absolutely laughing for the race win.
That's a Lewis Hamilton in him, look at that. Safety car, VSC
driver Wizard. Oh, J-Luke's gone for it! Oh, wow! J-Luke's overtaken. Is that even allowed on the VSC?
I don't know.
Surely not. J-Luke's overtaken Wizard into the pits and got in ahead of them. It was clever, but is that allowed on the VSC?
What? Is J-Wood glitched?
No, he's not glitched.
No, he just stopped in the middle of the thing. Now he's going to get re-overtaken by Wizard.
Well, I'm not sure whether the game did that because of what he did.
Yeah, did the game...
I'm pretty sure normally that's allowed, but surely on the VSC that's not allowed.
I don't think so. Wizard is the head of rules, so he will know.
But
he knows
regardless, we started with 19 and we left with just 9 for the last 4 laps of the race, which is pretty incredible.
It wasn't a safety car. Yeah, we crack on. Green conditions or green flag conditions, I would say. The track's definitely not green.
So the battle limit from Ragay downwards, it's quite close now.
Yeah. A little bit.
between the likes of J-Stack and Kit and Pear. Maybe not as close as I thought originally. It looked quite close. There is a battle for P2 still though. J-Luke, who tried a little bit of a tactic there, shall we say, to get past, but it didn't really help. I think the game thought, you know what, you're not having that. Not
He just stopped.
Get back where you belong. It looked clever at first, but I'm pretty sure the VSC that's not allowed. Normal stuff, of course it is, but on the VSC, no overtaking is allowed, so I'm pretty sure the game thought, you know what, you're not having that one. Hey, fair play for the effort though, A-star for effort for J-Luke.
I'm sure he knows though.
Race lose. Jay's like the only driver left out of the 9 yet to pick up a penalty. Yeah, pretty good race as the Alpha Tower driver, heading on for our last 3 laps of the race, and we've got 9 left from 19 that started.
We have. It's been epic. It's been a good night of entertainment, and we do the same again tomorrow with ED2, and that'll be a mess. But Hedge isn't there tomorrow.
No.
So I'll be on my own.
Yeah, I'll be ready next week. I'll be ready for next week. I need to touch on the commentary. I've had a bit of a couple of few moments tonight, but I think it's understandable when you do a pre-season race. It looks like now the gaps are starting to increase a bit now. That could be, I don't want to jinx it, we've seen it all before, but it could be the end of the drama. I still think Wizard and J-Luke could have a bit of a battle between that P2, but other than that, you can see 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 10 seconds, 6 seconds of gaps are quite high. Wizard and J-Luke quite close. Kit and Petter and J-Sack within a second of each other as well, but of course there's no DRS now due to the rain, so the gap's starting to shrink a little bit as we head on to our last 3 laps of the Monza Grand Prix.
Grand Prix. So, half a second J-Luke. I'm expecting could be an overtake soon. Wizard trying to drive for all his life. No DRS of course, so it is all battery and corner exits. And he's got 2 more laps when they cross the line to do it. And J-Sack has the same situation, but he has no penalties. Fair play to J-Sack. No penalties at all. And I'm pretty sure he was involved in something before. I can't remember what.
Do you know what? It's been a long race, and I imagine.
There's been a lot of incidents. I mean, I'm going to have a quick look on race director now.
There's an overtake here. There's a yellow flag again. Oh, it's Kit and Petter, I think.
Because I don't want to warn you to have a look on race director and see how long it takes you to scroll down.
Go have a look.
Could have completed a lap.
Welcome to Contest of Speed, everyone. No, of course it's different tonight. We've got Tier 1, Tier 2 drivers mixed together. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? Obviously next week we get down to business and we get down to the real racing where it matters.
Yeah.
Everyone's playing for points, everyone's in the right tier, the right car. Yeah. This is that's when it matters next weekend. Obviously tonight and last week you see the battle in the Lewis White been disqualified, they lost somebody else.
So ignoring his drive through.
But you see it in Spain last week, you see it tonight. It's great fun. Great entertainment, but this is not the racing you want to be seeing. As a whole, don't get wrong, there's been little moments that have been great, but as a whole, you don't want to be seeing, 11 drivers retired from a race. Of course, that will not be happening.
Shot Magello.
That will not be happening from next week. From next week, we get down to business. Everyone's in the correct tiers, and we start playing for some points, and that's next Friday when we kick off our qualifying in Belgium. But tonight and tomorrow, we can enjoy it. We can let drivers have a bit of fun, get some practice in, and and just sort of look forward to it. But I don't expect to lose 11 of our 19 drivers with 2 laps to go.
Ooh.
And now Stinson does get a penalty. Oh, sorry, was it Jason who got a penalty?
It was, but
he's now got one.
It's 3-9, so as long as he can stay within that little bit, and J-Luke is putting pressure on the McLaren Wizards. Stinson that started the final lap of this Grand Prix. Is this J-Luke's opportunity to get into that P2? I believe they're on the same penalties. They are 5 apiece, and it's going to be Wizard versus J-Luke on the final lap of Monza. And is J-Luke going to go for around the outside move, going to go for a switcheroo, maybe double switcheroo to try and get the exit? But both of them tentative, struggling to get out.
Yeah, he lost it, but it's really hard, and that's all when it's raining like this. The rain is coming down a lot now.
Close battle though in the rain, Wizard J-Luke. I like to see it.
Yeah, of course. It wouldn't be 2 of our Tier 1 drivers, but you wouldn't be too far away from full wet side, should I say now. Obviously not going to happen with being on the last lap, but you wouldn't be a million miles away from some full wet tyres in Monza looking at now, because the rain has come down. As you see, quite heavy, very heavy in fact. J-Luke not giving up on Wizard yet. Let's get on Murray Stints to do. To be fair, he's a master, and 9.3 seconds clear.
Just where is Stinson? He's at Ascari. Well, Jay Woo's going to bug to the right-hand side. Wheel to wheel down to Ascari. Who's going to bug? They both go wheel to wheel. Luke is off the track and trying to come back on, but Wizard is putting up a fight down the road. Stinson's won both races. He's got one more corner to navigate, and he might lose it. Just about saves it. Jay Luke around the outside of Parabolica. Wizard on the inside. Both of them trying to get P2 at the end of this Grand Prix. Both on the same penalties. I think Wizard has just about done it. What a fight between those two.
Superb, great fight. Right, let's see it. Jay's going to bring P4 right. Oh, what happened there? Oh!
The finish line's at the start, don't worry.
Not again. Not again.
The finish line's at the start, don't worry. Jay's going to join in the funny. Here we go, Jay Lawler.
Hey.
And here comes Hobbsy on the full wet.
On the full wet. I don't know how for Hobbsy, I think. That's a short wait for Hobbsy.
Is that a Gazine Germany? Testing the wet.
Only 8 of our 19 drivers finished the race.
I just want to say also thank you to every single driver who provided the end. Oh, Hobbsy! Oh, he controlled it well. Doing about 2 Bottas in winter.
Probably today would be nice, mate.
Yeah, I wonder if he can get around
Go for it, Hobbsy.
Parabolica.
Go for it, lad.
Easy for me to say, isn't it?
He's
drifted, hey!
Got the skates on.
He's got a bump. Well, finally, 52 seconds.
Oh, this is last there.
Oh, we got a good view of podium though. Yes.
That was eventful. What a night.
Oh, what a night. What
just remind you, by the way, obviously this will not be the case next week. This is a bit of fun again. We're getting to business next week, next Friday, in both tiers. So don't think this is what it's going to be like in the rail, but anyway. But you know how I'm meeting commentating, we seem to get everything. There you go, Renault dancing on the podium again. Love to see it. Renault, Mercedes. Oh my god. Ned's gone tonight. Renault, McLaren, and the Williams. Only 8 of our 19. How long was that? I'm going to go.
Well, no, I thought. 52 minutes. Sorry, I thought you meant the night.
52-minute race.
Oh?
It was.
49.
44. Only 44 minutes.
Oh, is that it?
It's not longer than that.
Pretty quick.
It's not a lot longer than 44 minutes.
That's what I mean. It's quick in about 3 safety cars,
Stinson,
2 virtual safety cars, right?
4 stops. What a man. What a man.
He's a quick driver.
I feel for Tom Robbo who DNF'd it before turn 1. Didn't even get to turn 1.
Jay Luke 16. Mate, I got the best view of that. Jay Luke 16th to 3rd, Wizard 8th to 2nd, Ragay 10th to 5th, and a couple of others on screen. Jay Lawler got took out by a Ferrari, but still managed to finish 7th. What? Oh yeah, no, I told you.
Just a few. Oh, voice break. Everything's happening tonight, isn't it?
Any final words?
Wow.
Mr. Hedge?
Enjoyed it. Yeah.
Right,
bring on next week.
Yeah, bring on next week. I'll be here for ED2 tomorrow. Full grid, just ED2, I think. And that'll be interesting. Hedge will be back with us in a week's time for the first full qualifying of the Endurance Tier. It's in Belgium. It's 9:30 UK PM, obviously. And I would advise you do not miss it. Because by that time of the week you would have seen all the EU tiers, all the American tiers. Then it'll be time to see the endurance tiers and see what goes down. And we may have a surprise for you. Or not. Who knows? We know. No one else knows. And that's the beauty of it. Kez, I want you end your stream. I'll end mine right now.
Thank you. Tonight, and let's look forward to...
Synergy.
No. Looking forward to next weekend. We've been waiting a long time for it, and let's watch it all unfold. See what happens next Friday and next Saturday.
Stay safe, and we'll see you for a pre-season EG2 tomorrow, or Monday for EU3, where we finally get the racing underway for 11 weeks. Good night.
Adios.
Amigo.